Good morning, everyone. Today is November 11th, 2020. Crypto Lemon speaking, and we have a few news to cover today. So we're gonna do, as usual, the state of the markets, and we're gonna talk about Gary Gensler, which is back in the administration following the Biden win, and who has been quite, let's say, optimist lawmaker for cryptocurrencies. We're going to also talk about the Bitcoin fees that were at all-time low on November 9th and 10th, and disabled the clearing of the mempool. Then we're going to talk about Spain that actually for once had the green light from the Senate to move forward on a Sandbox kind of regulation for all its cryptocurrency companies. So let's get to it. So first of all, a Bitcoin sits at 15.4k, Ethereum north of $460, and we have the total market cap that is up almost 1% at $455 billion. So what do we have today? So in the market wrap, what we can just say is that Bitcoin has been quite stable lately, between 15.2, 15.4k, and this is probably due to this. This was really interesting. It just showed that over the past months, the swap funding, the perpetual swaps funding, so the leverage position were really close to zero. So we didn't have a lot of investor going overboard in terms of leverage either on the long side or the short side, which actually helped a lot Bitcoin to be stable, as there were not a lot of liquidations on one side or the other. This is kind of changing lately with a lot of retail customers and even in institutional investor, let's say, leveraging more and more their position on Bitcoin, mostly to the upside, showing that now you will have to pay a little fee for this perpetual swaps funding. So we should look into it. This is quite normal in a bull market, but this could also be the kind of positions that get liquidated if we have some kind of downside pressure. What else do we have? Correlation, kind of stable, nothing to say here. We talked a lot about this Bitcoin USD. Bitcoin locked in DeFi, so it's quite stable at 175k BTC locked in DeFi. Not much to say about it. The good thing is about Ether locked in DeFi. It's trending up again, almost $13 billion worth of Ethereum locked in DeFi, and it should go up going forward, even if a lot of these Ethereum are going to be used as stakes in the Ethereum 2.0 proof of stake system. So this is most of it. We have also, so this is a good news, Biden that just released the 500 people that he will appoint later on. So we're talking about Gary Gensler. Gary Gensler used to be the CFTC chairman during the Obama era, and he's been basically saying that cryptocurrencies and digital assets were the future. He seems to be quite, he even said something positive about Ripple and other, and of course he was really vocal saying that cryptocurrencies are not Ponzi schemes and that they should be seen as a new asset class. So this is quite interesting, and we have a lot of other people like Simon Johnson, Chris Brummer, Mersa Baradaran, Lev Menand. So basically these people were mostly under the Obama administration, like back 4 or 5 years ago, and they were mostly, let's say, at least non-enemies of cryptocurrencies. So imagine 4 or 5 years later, they might even be enthusiastic about it. So another good news, Bitcoin fees plummet as mempool clears to zero. So mempools are like transactions that couldn't go through for most of them, and that have been on the balance and waiting, let's say, lower networks congestion. So with the reactivation of China-based miners who migrated from Sichuan after the end of the province rainy season, Bitcoin's hash rate increased by 42%. So we had a big increase in the hash rate, which made this clearing possible. And what's really impressive is that it will cost you only 11 cents to do a transaction for the, let's say, lowest transactions. So this is really positive, and it will really help going forward if we have some kind of a bull run, to know that the transaction might remain low for quite some time. Another positive regulation news, it seems that we have new ones every day. It's the Spanish Senate that finally gave the green light for Sandbox type of regulation for all its cryptocurrency companies. So it was voted 262 to 0, and there were only 16 senators looking to amend some of the points, and they were shut down as they were not enough. So this is really interesting and really positive for Spain, that has been kind of not so optimistic and not so straightforward on the cryptocurrency front. So this is a positive I would expect as we see more and more European countries adopting at least regulations that allow innovation and new companies to try some kind of cryptocurrency design. So this is all for today. I'll see you tomorrow, and until then, stay safe, guys.